Yo guys, what's going on? SJ here again, bringing you all another Team Fortress 2 related video. So in this video we're going to be talking about the top 5 worst weapons in Team Fortress 2. Now for some of these weapons it may just be because I cannot use them, or I'm just not using them right or something, or whenever I try and use them right I just can't, and it just never works for me. But most of these weapons, I think everyone will agree, are pretty trash. So at number 5 we have the man treads for the soldier. Now this is only on this list because while it does allow you to deal damage and sometimes kill people by landing on their head, I cannot air strafe for turd. Like, I really cannot air strafe. I mean, I guess I could if I had practiced, but I cannot, so I never end up hitting anyone on the head. And that just makes this weapon pretty much obsolete and useless for me because I'm just taking rocket jumping damage and damage from falling, because I'm never going to land on anyone's head, so I'm going to end up taking full damage. Although there are some people out there which can rocket jump and air strafe like gods, and this weapon is, well, it's not really a weapon, these boots are amazing for them because they can actually get the kills and do the damage with this weapon. So this one is one of those ones where it's just because I cannot use, or because I'm trash at the game. So that's pretty much why this one's on this list. At number 4 on this list we have a weapon which I've never ever really had a use for, and that is the pain train. And what this weapon does is it allows you to have an extra point while capping. So say how like Scout has like 2 points for capping, whereas every other class only has 1. This weapon allows you as a soldier or a demo man to get an extra point on while capping. And this, well, it does do that, and that's if you might think, oh, hey, that's pretty good. It allows you to cap the objective faster and is useful on every map except High Tower. What this weapon also does is make you take 10% extra bullet damage. And when you think about it, while you're capping the point, there's always going to be, at least if you're in a pub server, there's always going to be sentries defending whichever point you're trying to cap. And that makes this weapon kind of redundant because of that extra 10% bullet damage. And with sentries dealing, I don't know how much damage, I think it's like 10, goes up to 11, which gives them like 10 extra DPS or something. It makes you take a lot more damage while actually trying to cap the point, which is the only reason you'd ever equip this weapon. So I really hate this weapon. I don't know, some people might find a use for it, but I just cannot. So I'm going to stop before I go completely rage about this weapon. I absolutely hate it. Coming in number 3 on this list we have another weapon which I really dislike, and it's from the Medic's melee arsenal, and that is the vitae. And I just cannot see the point of this weapon. I mean, it basically rewards you for dying, sort of, by giving you 20% of your uber back if you die, but it does this at the cost of 10 health. And while that may not seem much on paper, in a game there have been countless times this medic where I've just gotten away with 3 health or 4 health, and then your health regen makes you go back up to 150. But with this weapon, you won't get away with 3 health, you're dead, because you took 147 damage. But if you were with not using this weapon, you would still be alive, and you would still have all of your uber, not just 20% of it. And that's why I find this weapon kind of useless, because it sort of destroys the point of medic of trying not to die. It's like, oh yeah, sure, I can die, you know, I'll still have some of my uber, so it doesn't matter as much. When in reality, it really does, and it puts you in a different mindset, and I think that's really bad, like, for medic players. But, I don't know, maybe there is a use for this weapon, and I guess when you take, like, a random crit to the face, like a random crit rocket, and you were using this and you had, like, 90% uber, I guess that does make sense that this weapon comes in handy, but, you know, I guess random crits do happen a lot, well, they seem to happen a lot, but they really don't, and it just, yeah, I really hate this weapon. You know what, let's just get on to the next one. I hate this one. In second place we have the backscatter, and this sort of devoids everything which I like about Scout from Scout. What I like about Scout is the ability to get up close and deal substantial amounts of damage like actually be able to deal a consistent amount of damage and not have to sort of reload constantly because of those wonderful 6 shots. What the backscatter does is it pretty much destroys your bullet spray, so you can't really control where your bullets are going. It takes away those 6 shots and gives you 4, but you get mini crits when you're really close to an enemy from behind. And I guess the concept of this weapon is actually really cool, and I quite like it, but the execution of it, I really don't like. Not really able to aim that well with this weapon means that the mini crits you get won't even deal that much damage. And you have to get behind the enemy first without them noticing. And you could sort of say like Scout's really big mouth, they're going to hear him from behind, but they won't. Scout's pretty good in game at getting behind the enemy, but you have to get really close behind them for the actual mini crit function to work. And I can never seem to get behind the enemy like close enough for them to for it to actually give me the mini crits without one of their teammates noticing me. So I really don't like this weapon. The concept is pretty cool though, I'll give it that. And finally, my least favourite, or the weapon I think that is the worst in all of TF2, is the rocket jumper. No, I'm kidding. It's actually the righteous bison. Like, it was half decent before Meet Your Match, but since that projectile speed nerf, it is crap. It's just horrible. Like, I tried using it in a server. You can't hit anything. I guess after you've used it for a while, the projectile speed matters a little less. But I mean, what the hell, Valve, what were you thinking? It was balanced. Just because Muzok can get a godlike kill streak with it doesn't mean it's OP. No, but honestly guys, I've found this weapon completely useless and outclassed massively by all of the other soldiers' secondary weapons. And so that concludes my top 5 worst weapons in TF2 list. And just remember guys, this is highly opinional, so if you guys like this weapon, then please don't take offense. This just means that I don't like it, and I never ever have seen a use for this weapon or have done well with this weapon. And it may just be because I don't know how to use the weapon. So let me know down in the comments below if you also hate one of these weapons, or if you completely disagree with me and one of these weapons on this list was your favourite weapon in the entire game. Let me know. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe for more. And as always guys, have a swell day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.